If ever there was a search that would drive us to drink, it's this one.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
We're on a pub crawl, and it's not even the weekend. But something tells me this hunt for a country inn might well do us in.
I kind of walk in and go, oh my God, it's rotten.
Will we ever realise Sara and Gill's dream of life behind a bar?
Phil, when you said this is the best accommodation we've found, I thought they were going to fall to their knees and weep.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it is.
Loads of us dream of it, but this week we're helping a mother and daughter do it. To up sticks and leave this urban jungle.
They want to rule their own roost and buy themselves a country pub with B&B.
Sarah Curry is a jet-setting advertising manager based in Reading. Hers is a high-pressure job and often involves working silly hours.
Mum Gill is a PA, but at times it feels DULL. She's just not stimulated. For these two, the city's a struggle.
Fed up with living in London, really, the hustle and bustle and the rat race.
You never talk to anyone on the tube or the train. It's quite an isolated existence, I think.
Mum and daughter have been living together for the last 15 years. In that time, they've bought and sold 4 properties.
We get on really well, actually. We've got quite a good relationship.
Well, that's handy, because these two are about to become business partners.
Been thinking about running a B&B for a long time, for about 15 years. Sarah's wanted to run a pub for a long time too.
I know it seems like a good thing for us to do together.
So they want to transfer their talents from relaxing in front of the bar to working behind it.
They want to run their own pub with rooms for B&B. Are they realistic about the life they're buying into?
We're very sociable people. We love entertaining. We love sort of being hostesses.
I can't think about it without a big grin on my face.
Being sociable with your own friends is one thing, but with the new relaxed licensing laws, running a bar 24/7 is another. It takes commitment.
Commitment that Sarah won't be able to give because she has to continue with her day job.
I'm going to contribute as much as I can, weekends, evenings, that kind of thing.
So Mum's going to have to hold the fort for the time being.
These two are so convinced they'll make a success of it. If they do, Sarah may well give up the day job and pull pints full-time.
It's a big plan and we'd better get cracking. I'm meeting Sarah at a health spa. Well, long days at the office means she deserves the occasional treat.
Given how tough your job is, how long is your day at the moment?
10, 11, 12 hours sometimes at a push.
A lot of people would say that it's kind of insane to take on this additional stress.
A lot of people would think it was mad, and I'm not entirely convinced that it's not, but we've given it such a lot of thought over such a long period of time, and I have absolute 250% faith in Mum and her ability to kind of run the ship.
They seem unfazed, but having never run a pub or B&B before, I wonder if they really know how much hard work is involved.
Publicans put in over 70 hours a week and it's serious graft, and even that doesn't guarantee success.
5,000 pubs have closed over the last decade. If they can't make the business work, then they're going to be left with nothing.
Are they really ready for the rough and tumble of life behind a bar? There's a big difference between having your nice, polite, congenial friends in your home and handling the sometimes hellish general public.
I know that is going to be difficult, I think, but I've worked in restaurants and bars in my youth, and I know how difficult they can be sometimes, but I'm quite a strong person. I think I can cope quite well.
Brave words indeed, but they do seem to have thought it through.
Funding the move is the Twickenham terrace they jointly own. Well, for the next few weeks at least.
They've accepted an offer of just over $427,000. So in only 2 years, they've made over £52,000 on this place.
What can Kirstie and I learn from being here today and looking around in terms of what you're going to be looking for?
I guess that what we find difficult about this house is it's actually very small and very cramped.
So space is going to be important.
Yes.
Space to separate you from the business, or space to separate you from each other?
No, not from each other, but no, space from the business is definitely, I think you
so
need...
you can get away at
You
night.
need some time to relax and some place to relax.
Life above a pub 7 days a week's not going to give them much space. And glancing around this house, I wonder if they're ready for a drop in living standards.
Mind you, they're certainly not afraid of getting their hands dirty.
Are you going to be happy to take on work next time round?
We want to, actually, yes.
Fine.
I think that, you know, the opportunity to make something ours this time
You're very busy
is...
people, though, both of you.
Yes, I guess we are,
Find
actually.
some more time, run a business, you're going to carry on working.
I know, and it's a challenge, I guess, but it's, you know, it's our dream and we need to start now.
These two are either brave or barking, but I can't help admiring them. They may never have worked behind a bar before, but they're gutsy and up for a challenge.
We've had to join 2 maps together this week.
Sarah has to carry on working and needs to keep the commute to Reading as short as possible. But just how short?
How long are you prepared to travel in order to get to work?
I don't really want to have to travel for more than an hour,
OK.
if that's feasible.
Sara and Gill have sold their home in Twickenham and are moving west.
They want to be no more than an hour from Reading, which gives us a very wide search area.
But that means Oxfordshire, Wiltshire and Hampshire, 3 of the UK's priciest counties.
One key decision is whether they opt for freehold or a leasehold pub. Freehold buys the business plus the bricks and mortar.
Leasehold usually means a brewery owns the building and have a big say in how the pub is run. This is cheaper, but does mean stepping off the property ladder.
Do you have strong feelings about whether whatever you buy is freehold or leasehold?
Our feeling about freehold was, you know, is that you are making a good investment in bricks and mortar. So
If it all goes horribly wrong, you still have a home.
yeah, exactly.
Even though we're looking for just one property, we've got 2 different sets of criteria.
For the business, they want a freehold pub with passing trade.
It must have B&B facilities and be a big part of the local community.
They'll both be living on the premises, so they each need their own space.
They're looking for at least 3 bedrooms and a good-sized sitting room.
Plus scope for an office, as Sarah sometimes works from home.
Right, time to talk money.
What would be the maximum you'd be happy to spend?
We would love to come in just under 500.
And that 500 grand consists of a healthy £200,000 deposit, made up of savings and equity.
Plus, they can secure a commercial mortgage of 300 grand.
It's certainly loads of money, but with all their requirements, it may as well be tuppence. On paper, it looks like madness.
Yeah, I think it probably does. I mean, they've certainly got rose-tinted spectacles as far as the budget's concerned, but we've worked with worse.
My worry is that this is their long-cherished dream. They've held on to it for so long, they've thought about it for so long. Can we realise it?
Well, with 24-hour drinking on vogue, Kirstie, we can certainly enjoy putting in the hours.
That's as maybe, Phil, but buying one property to suit both Sarah's pub dream and Gill's B&B dream is tough.com.
They have given us a wide search area, but for every 1,000 homes on the market, there's only one pub. Thanks anyway. Cheers, bye. A week into the search and I still haven't come up with anything that's really suitable. The fact that they need to be within an hour of Reading is a complete restriction with the budget that they've got. And money matters are uber complicated.
Prices are based on turnover and sales. It's not really about size.
A grotty but profitable dive could cost the same as a gastro delight if the tills ring the same.
Plus, they'll only get finance to buy the business if they can satisfy the bank. If the lender doesn't think it's somewhere that Sara and Gill can manage, then it's bye-bye bank loan.
When did it come on the market?
We've been searching for 10 days, viewed over 30 pubs and B&Bs. For their 500 grand, it's not looking good. This search has been incredibly tough. I'm struggling to find anything. I've driven over 1,000 miles, I've seen 20 properties, and the standard of property is actually really poor. I don't quite know how it's going to go.
Well, this is the start of what could be a tough week. Go easy on them to start with, though.
I love that.
I know you're dying to tell them all the reality checks and about how hard it's been.
No, it's just that I think that the pubs that we've seen, the establishments, full stop, that we've seen, are a long way from that genteel little cottage in Twickenham. It has been a very tough search.
We know, we've set you probably
Yes.
a really difficult challenge,
Yeah, it's fine, because our job is not to complain about how tough it is. There's stuff which we hide from you, which you will never know.
OK.
Well, Kirs, I think they should know. We've spent 2 weeks surgically attached to the telephones, speaking to 100 agents and dozens of breweries. We downloaded 200 potential properties and looked at nearly 40. Half had living accommodation that was practically unfit for human habitation. Most of the rest wasn't that much better.
What's more, they've moved out of their Twickenham house, so now they're off the property ladder.
They're pouring valuable pennies into renting this swanky pad in Windsor, and looking at the decor, are they truly ready for life above a pub? Well, time to find out.
Welcome, this is the first one. What do you think of that?
First impressions. Good, actually.
Yeah. We're about 2 miles from Chesham and 50 minutes from Reading, your office.
Hooray!
And it's location that's proved a real pain. We're searching an hour outside of Reading, taking in some pricey spots. Their 500 grand is seriously stretched. But this one's something I know is going to be a winner.
We're in Chesham in Buckinghamshire, only 37 miles from Sarah's work.
The Ashridge Arms is a freehold family pub that turns over £200,000 a year, making a clear £30,000 in profit. But best of all, it's bang on budget.
Well, Jill, come in and see what you think.
Hey!
It's a prize-winning pub. It's won Best Family Pub and Best Community Pub in the area.
We thought it was a size of pub that you could manage.
Yeah.
Having never done this before.
Yes, I don't want something too big.
Yeah.
So far, it looks
So far,
promising. Yeah.
Have you ever stood behind a bar before, Jill?
No.
Why don't we... Let's do that first of all.
Ah. Well, this will be a sight to see. I don't think I've seen Phil behind a bar in a long time.
You
Propping one up,
He likes to stand the other side.
He does. How does it feel?
It feels good, actually. Does it suit me?
It does. A textbook start, but they need to see the reality of the living accommodation that goes with this pub.
In their search area, this is the biggest and brightest space that we've found, and it does have all the bedrooms they asked for.
But there's no shying away from it. It's not what they're used to.
Now, Jill, we've got 3 bedrooms and this big living room up here. Without any shadow of a doubt, this is the best living accommodation above a pub that we came across.
Oh, is it?
Crikey.
OK, well, it's big.
This is quite a stark jump into the realities of living above the premises.
Yes.
For me, I kind of walk in and go, oh, my God. But Mum has a brilliant eye, I think, for seeing the potential, and there's such a lot of good stuff downstairs that I think we'd be nuts to kind of write it off because it's not aesthetically pleasing immediately.
But even Mum might struggle to see the potential of some rooms.
Oh, my.
This is nice, isn't it? Oh, God.
Phil, when you said this is the best accommodation we found, I thought they were going to fall to their knees and weep.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, it is.
I know.
£2,000 or £3,000 spent up here would make the world of difference. It's cosmetic, it's simple, it's easy.
And would you have the time to do that? Not necessarily because you're trying to build up a business.
Well, it would be a very big mistake if they turned down the pub and everything else that it offers because of what they see up here.
I know. I tell you one thing, you should not sell a property in this condition. They own the freehold on this and they're really letting themselves down.
Well, that's why it's not sold yet. That perhaps gives us an opportunity to do a deal.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll never be up here, will we? Downstairs, 24 hours a day.
Phil's right. Dismissing this place for the sake of some dodgy decor would be madness because it's a solid opportunity.
When cash flow allows, there is a way they could turn over an extra 39 grand a year.
There's the possibility of lettable rooms, because I know that was something you were keen on.
Yes.
Now, there's some
Okay.
stables to the side
Oh.
that they could fairly easily be converted
I think you
into
two
lettable
have
rooms.
hidden stables that you move around with you.
There is
Yes.
endless potential to develop it and
We
improve
can see
it.
that.
Which we can see.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
So, reasonable start.
It's a good start, yeah.
OK,
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
On to the next.
My Ashridge Arms option certainly meets Sarah's half of the dream of running a pub, but they'd be starting from scratch on the B&B side of things.
The next appointment is something I've found this time. A stunning local pub ideal for Sarah and, da-dum, ready-made B&B with 3 ensuite rooms for Jill. Plus, it's 50 grand under budget. Does life get any better?
Maybe not, Kirstie, but perfection on this scale comes with a compromise. And with this pub, it's the location. We're on our way to Fovant, 10 miles west of Salisbury, but 65 miles from Reading.
That said, I think this pub more than makes up for Sarah's extra miles on the clock.
Now, the Pembroke Arms.
It's beautiful to look at.
It is a beautiful
isn't
pub.
it?
Now, it's famed locally for its food, and better than that, it has some rooms to rent. 3, in fact. The Pembroke Arms has 2 cosy bars and a large beer garden.
At the moment, the kitchen caters for around 60 covers, but there's huge scope to increase food sales.
The pub turns over £127,000 a year and has tons of potential. Fingers crossed. Ooh, that smell of firewood.
Lovely, isn't it?
The pub at Ashridge was at the top of your budget, and it didn't have letting rooms. It would have required quite a bit of work to create them. This is well within budget. It's on at 450,000. It's got the letting rooms. It's completely ready to go. But in order to find you that and offer you that, we've had to come that much further from Reading. An hour and 40 minutes, I would have thought.
It felt like quite a traumatic journey to make every day.
So I wanted to cry, actually.
I did, truthfully. When we got to this last stretch, I really did think, I'm going to cry. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
This is a big blow. I was hoping they'd give this place a chance, as really location is the only issue.
With their budget, they're simply not going to get everything that they want closer to Reading.
Unlike the last place, they wouldn't need to lift a finger with the living accommodation, and the B&B rooms already turn over around £33,000 a year. A booming business and a lovely home. They've got to stop dreaming.
It's not just the distance from work for this place. It feels so remote and so far from anything.
And you know that if we pick this up and put it down nearer Reading, it would go up by £200,000, if not more.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed that they're not giving this place a chance. Location aside, it's pretty jolly perfect.
Despite claiming they want to start this new life now, I'm not sure they are.
If we go back in to within, say, an hour of Reading, it's going to start to toy with the budget, but it'll also start to toy with the...
It's going to blow the budget to smithereens.
It'll also start to remove some of the things that we've got here.
Yes.
Perhaps the letting rooms.
Or the pub. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we could find ourselves a nice B&B.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
We're very open to suggestion and compromise.
OK, I'll go off and look for some more establishments because we're not particularly happy with the length of our shortlist. Maybe some just B&Bs.
Houston, we have a problem. We're all out of properties. Although Kirstie and I have checked out over 40 pubs, these 2 are easily the best.
So I'm hitting the agents again, but I'm taking the search in a different direction. I've come here to Bath to focus on a B&B for Jill. I think we've been over-egging the pub for Sarah. After all, it's Jill who's going to be there 24/7 managing it. Bath is a winning location. It's just over an hour to Reading for Sarah's work.
They could still have the satisfaction of knowing that they were building up a great business asset.
Bath is an architectural gem and a tourist mecca. Hopefully, I can find something here which will fit the bill. This Grade 2 listed building is a house and not a business yet, so Sara and Gill would need to turn it into a B&B.
At $485,000, this house is in budget, and with 5 stunning bedrooms, they could convert at least 2 into rooms to let.
Sara and Gill would need to put in ensuite bathrooms, which guests will expect. But now I'm here in the house, I can see that there may be a problem. You can see why it's Grade 2 listed, but the problem about that is that everything you do to the property needs permissions from your local authority, which could involve English heritage. And you're not going to be able to just slap in en-suites left, right and centre, which makes it very difficult to turn this beautiful house into a viable B&B. I think I'm just going to have to strike it off the list. But I've got high hopes for my next appointment. As it already is a B&B, and at £350,000, it's a steal.
There are 4 letting rooms that turn over around 50 grand a year.
My only worry is that all the best rooms are being let out, so Sara and Gill would have to squeeze into what's left. Just 2 ground floor bedrooms, and I know that ain't gonna happen. That is a great little business. The problem is, Gill and Sara are adamant about the standard of their accommodation, and you can't run that as a successful business and steal rooms from it. This is going to be an ongoing dilemma. But I'm not giving up that easily. Kirstie Allsopp never says never. Well, almost never.
Haha, some light at the end of the tunnel. That sounds like a great property, which could make a really good B&B. I've grilled the agent about the living accommodation and he swears it's up to scratch. I'm going to give Phil a ring.
Thanks.
Talk to you later.
See ya. Bye.
We're going to head straight there to see if the B&B option could work for them. Kirstie's found us a property on the outskirts of Newbury in Berkshire, and joy of joys, only 22 miles from Sarah's office.
Now, I hope you'll agree that we've shown you some pretty interesting businesses.
Yeah.
The sticking point, or certainly the issue that you've raised with a number of them, is the living accommodation. Hasn't been quite right. So I want to show you something with fantastic living accommodation.
OK.
But it doesn't have the existing business.
OK.
But it could have the B&B that Jill said that you might consider running.
We're here to see this beautiful detached period cottage.
It has 4 stunning reception rooms and 5 big bedrooms. Plus, as this place isn't listed, it can be developed and has bed and breakfast written all over it.
At 500 grand, it's bang on the money.
What would you think about running a B&B?
Well, I would obviously be very happy to do that because that's my side of the bargain. I don't know how Sarah would feel about us just having a B&B, but, you know, we're looking at all the options at the moment.
But it is a sensible option and it is a stepping stone to achieve both of your goals.
Yes.
And this place could be the perfect compromise. It's easy for Sarah to get to the office while Jill runs the B&B.
In a few years, they could sell up, pocket the profit and invest in a Sarah-friendly pub with B&B to boot. Long term, this could really work. And in the short term, it's pretty peachy too. The clean decor would suit these two down to the ground.
There are 5 bedrooms upstairs, a room each, an office, and 2 have scope to be excellent ensuite letting rooms.
Now, at this end, we've got 2 bedrooms and a big bathroom. Again, I'd earmarked these 2 bedrooms as the lettable rooms. And I'd imagined that you would chop the bathroom that is the other side of that wall in half.
Right.
Half is accessed from here,
And half
is accessed from
That's
the
clever.
room the other side.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I think one of the interesting things is it's such an easy house to like. Everything's done, and you know, we sort of talked about being up for a challenge and how we could see the potential in things. I'm quite surprised to see that we just went,
Oh, this is nice.
yeah, this is nice. Yeah.
Wow, even pub-obsessive Sarah can see this place being the easier option in the short term.
And outside there's a garage that, for just £12,000, could be converted into 2 more rooms to let.
Remember, these guys are renting at the moment and they need to get back onto the ladder.
It's not quite what you set out to achieve.
No, it's
but
not.
Perhaps it's a good mid-ground.
I can certainly live with it.
Yeah.
Very much so, yeah.
Okay. You've got happy faces, so I'm taking that as good news.
Yes, it is. It's quite a turnaround, but quite a pleasant surprise, I must say.
Jill doesn't look convinced about this, but I'm all out of options and I've nothing booked in for tomorrow.
We really need to hammer the agents to see if there's anything around. We're starting to get beyond desperate.
The next day, and it looks like there is a god. One of my contacts has given me a very interesting proposition. A pub that's well within Sarah's commuting boundary, and we're heading straight there.
It's in the village of Box in Wiltshire, just over an hour from Sarah's work, and this is what we've come to see, the Checkers Inn.
I think it's a gorgeous building.
It's
It
lovely,
looks like
yeah.
it's got great potential.
We are an hour from Reading,
Yes, we timed it.
so we've got the location right to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Location's good.
The location may be spot on, but they'll need plenty of imagination as this 17th century coaching inn hasn't been run as a business for 5 years.
It's on the market at 335 grand. That's way under their 500 grand budget.
But they need that spare cash to turn it back into their ideal pub.
The last accounts recorded a turnover of £150,000. Not bad. And with a canny business plan, our enthusiastic duo could easily top this.
You are going to have to see your way through the clutter and think of the potential and imagine it.
I don't think
As a
it's
running
hard
pub.
to see.
No.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely stunning, yeah.
Yeah, it's such great potential, such a great place, good location, not too far to drive.
Come this way.
For Jill's side of the bargain, there are outbuildings that already have planning permission granted to convert them into 2 ensuite letting rooms, which could add a whopping $28,000 to their annual turnover.
This pub could be a real money-making machine.
Now let's confront the bane of my search, the living space. There's a large family bathroom and 4 other rooms, all currently being used as bedrooms.
They could turn one of these into their sitting room, Sarah could have an office, and they'd have a bedroom each.
Every time you walk into a room, it's kind of got that wow factor, but there's an inordinate amount of work to do. And that's quite daunting.
OK, the bar area would need a bit of work to get it up and running, but come on, you do have 165 grand to play with.
But something tells me it's not the bar that's the problem. Could it be that old chestnut again? The living space that's just not working.
And this, in fact, can we not stand in here? Because it just makes me feel really oppressed having that.
They're being painfully particular about the living space, and they're driving me mad. They really haven't been listening to a word that I've said. I've got to get to the root of the problem, because at the moment we're heading nowhere fast.
We're back to the same old problem. We've got to solve this problem between living and business. Which is more important?
The business, obviously.
This is the same conversation, you realise, that we had right back at the very first pub at Ashridge.
Yes.
Great business, you didn't like living cars.
Yeah.
But
Not that you wrote it off.
No.
when we left that building, we were going, we could do this and we could do that and this would be fantastic, and we felt kind of quite excited, whereas the longer I've spent in here, the less
The more daunting it seems to be.
Yeah.
How are you thinking about Ashridge then?
I think we'd quite like to have another look at it, actually, wouldn't we?
I would really like to have another look at it.
So Sarah is still super keen on the pub and is desperate to take a second look at the Ashridge Arms, but Jill seems unsure.
The B&B at Rose Cottage is the one that floats her boat. Have we started a family feud?
In we come. Now, as I see it, we've got 3 main issues to address this morning. The upper parts, your living accommodation, and getting them up to scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's the development of the outbuildings to become lettable rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's looking at the management of the existing business and therefore your funding of it.
Yeah.
But it's a very important day.
Yes.
It might end up with a £500,000 decision. So if you've ever taken a decision that big, I'd be surprised.
No.